Good morning, I'm Faye Thompson. This morning we're going to do another family recipe. It really was my husband's oldest sister, my sister-in-law, Galena. She is not with us anymore. She passed away several years ago, but chicken tetrazzini. And the first thing we're going to do is put our spaghetti on. Now this recipe calls for about a half a pound of spaghetti. I like to break mine up too. In this pot, I've got chicken broth with a little salt in it. I buy chicken legs and thighs when they're on sale, and I'll cook it and keep the chicken broth for lots of things. Make dumplings out of it and all kinds of chicken recipes. But that's where this broth came from, because I like it better than I do the chicken broth that you buy at the store. It's a little bit richer and I think it tastes better. So let me get the rest of the spaghetti in this pot. Okay, we're going to let that cook for about 11 minutes. Hey Google, time me 11 minutes, please. We're going to take this pan and we're going to make something like a roux. We're going to add 1 stick of butter, and I laid this out so it would be room temperature. It'd be a little bit easier to melt. We turn this on. Like I said, this is just a roux. You know, a lot of your spaghetti, macaroni recipes has a roux. Like mac and cheese usually has one, and that's all this is. It's just butter and flour mixed up, and then you pour your milk in it and make it like a gravy. Okay, just added 1/3 cup of flour. And we got to stir this until it's mixed up real good. And this would be a good time to put our salt and pepper to taste. So I'll put a little salt in it. And we'll put a little pepper. Now, we're going to put our milk in it. We have 2 cups of milk. All we're going to do is let that thicken up. We got 1/4 of a cup of Velveeta cheese, and we're going to put that in there and let it melt. I'm just going to break that up a little bit. It'll melt a lot quicker. Now we're just going to stir this until the cheese melts. And then we'll have our sauce that goes on this. This recipe is real easy to do. It doesn't take that long. You know, there's a lot of chicken recipes out there, and it's a good time to be using them because chicken is one of your cheaper meats. I like chicken too. One of my favorite meats. So many different ways you can fix it. My mother-in-law had a large family. My husband was about a middle child. She had 10 children. I used to say she could find more ways to cook a chicken than anyone else. She was a good cook though. I think we're going to turn that off now. See, it thickened up, real pretty. That's a beautiful sauce. What do you think about that spaghetti? Looks good, doesn't it? Okay, our spaghetti is finished cooking now, so I'm going to take it over to the sink and drain it. Now we cook this spaghetti in chicken broth, make it a little richer. Okay, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to add 1 cup of bell pepper chopped up. I've already had this chopped up, so we don't have to do all that. We have 1 onion chopped up. 4.5 ounces of mushrooms. I'm using 1.5 pounds of rotisserie chicken. I like to use the rotisserie chicken myself, and I use it in a lot of chicken recipes. Now the next thing we're going to do, we're going to add this sauce over here that we just made with the, we used milk and we used flour, salt and pepper, and we used some Velveeta cheese in this. It's just like you make a gravy. Now, we're ready to mix all of this up. I think that's mixed just about right. Now, I have sprayed this 9x13 casserole. We did that already. One reason I use this little pan a lot because my strength is not as strong as it used to be in my arms. It's hard for me to pick up some of these recipes sometimes. So I can dip them almost all out, and then I can pick it up then and finish getting it out. But I can't hardly pick some of these dishes up anymore. Kitty said he'd give me a smaller pan when I got to be 100. You know, that's one reason I'm doing these family recipes. They wanted me to video them, and I thought, you know, I'm 91 years old, and if I don't get started, I'm not going to make it that much longer. I thought when we was doing these videos how nice it would have been to have videos of my parents. I'd love that. But we didn't have the technology at that time to do it with. We're going to bake it for about 45 minutes in a 350-degree oven. Now that our chicken tetrazzini is finished, it looks great, and I hope you try this. Hope you enjoy it, and I appreciate you watching. Thanks a lot.